Visit happynappers.com today.
Now on 5Select, we've got all the latest from entertainment news on 5.
This is entertainment news on 5. Today, Harry bags big at the Brits.
I want to thank my mum for signing me up for X Factor.
Will Ferrell goes astray.
You are officially astray. That would mean Doug doesn't love me.
And Channing Tatum goes to the dentist.
Am I supposed to get in like a gown or something right now? I was like, it's a dent. You're doing my teeth, right?
But first, Idris Elba's going to jail, or at least he's breaking out of one, in the trailer for Luther, The Fallen Son. The hit TV show's now a Netflix blockbuster movie, but it's still Idris playing good cop, bad cop. Is he even still a cop? I don't know.
Promise me you could help. You know what they did to my son.
I need to stop this man. I'm still a copper.
Not anymore. And if you refuse to stand down, tactical unit will shoot you dead.
Only that I get him before you get me. Something's coming.
Next, Aaron Paul's popping back into character for a crisp advert. He joined his old Breaking Bad buddy Brian in a parody of their old show for this year's Super Bowl. It's clearly a gift that keeps on giving.
It's so surreal. We were just talking about how we started Breaking Bad 17 years ago. We've been off the air for nearly 10 years, and this show is still so relevant in this time. You know, new minds are just discovering it and loving it and supporting it, and here we are.
You can't live in the past forever, though, and Cranston's moved on to a new Paramount series, Your Honor. I say new, it's already into its second season, but he's still trying to reach those dramatic heights.
When are you happiest in acting? Like, which kind of area are you the most satisfied when you're on set or on stage? What kind of gets Bryan Cranston going?
Well, those are two different questions, because Johnny, what makes me the happiest is not always what is the most satisfying. It can be, but it's not always the most. But whatever project you're doing, I'm not seeking happiness as much as that artistic satisfaction. Did we accomplish what I had hoped to accomplish? And I want to start everything with raising the bar higher than I think I can go, and try like hell to try to get to that level.
And speaking of satisfaction, Jenny Slate's been delighted with a response to her new stop-motion movie, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. The actor, writer and comedian has spent 2023 lapping up award nominations for Best Animation.
It feels really good to have something as prestigious as the Academy Awards or the BAFTAs recognize this project in that way. But I feel pretty calm, weirdly, which is not like a state of mind that I normally exist in. So, yeah, I feel really just genuinely happy right now.
I'm not surprised. If an invite to the Oscars doesn't do it for you, it's time to lower your expectations. Elsewhere, one for Homeward Bound fans, Will Ferrell and Jamie Foxx are teaming up in Strays. The only difference with this Lost Dogs story is that these ones behave atrociously.
You are officially astray. That would mean Doug doesn't love me.
Poor little guy.
I should probably talk to him. I am a therapy dog.
Reg, you can learn how beautiful it can be when you're off the leash. You astray. You can do anything you want. I'm going back to Doug's.
What?
Trust me, the rest of the trailer is wildly inappropriate. Something Channing Tatum knows all about, considering how strangers try and break the ice with him these days. Just because he gets his kit off in Magic Mike's Last Dance does not mean he wants to do it everywhere.
Recently just went to the dentist, and then the dentist assistant, or the tech lady, I come in and she's like, I'll take your jacket, and I take off my jacket and I give it to her, and she's like, you can take the rest of it off.
No.
And I was like, what is this? Am I supposed to get in like a gown or something right now? I was like, it's a dent. You're doing my teeth, right?
That's why I do my own dentistry. Well, that and the cost of living crisis. Next, Rihanna returned to centre stage at the Super Bowl, 7 years after her last live gig and 9 months after becoming a mum. But if you were hoping for a musical comeback from the singer, you might have a wee while left to wait, as she revealed another bun was very much in the oven. Back home, Harry styled his way to winning all 4 of his Brit Award nominations, including Best Artist Album and the weirdly paired Pop/R&B Act. He had so many speeches to make, he even had time to thank all the women who'd been ignored from the combined Best Artist list.
I want to thank my mum for signing me up for X Factor without telling me, so I literally wouldn't be here without you. I want to thank Niall, Louis, Liam and Zane, because I wouldn't be here without you either. Thank you so much. And I'm really, really grateful for this, and I'm very aware of my privilege up here tonight. So this award is for Rena, Charlie, Florence, Mabel and Becky. Thank you so much.
Now, Hollywood best buds Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are back on screen together in the trailer for Air, the story of the men behind basketball star Michael Jordan's famous trainer, or sneaker, if you're so inclined.
I believe in your son. I believe he's the future. And his story is gonna make us want to fly. But a shoe is just a shoe.
Until my son steps into it.
You got a name for it? Air Jordan. I don't know. Seriously? Maybe it'll grow on me.
Unlike that dodgy wig. Still to come, with 2 Dark Knights for the price of 1, and Vin Diesel's still furious. But first, on the eve of Valentine's, London lit up for Lily James & co. at the premiere for What's Love Got to Do With It? From writer Jemima Khan, the comedy had the likes of Emma Thompson and Asim Chowdhury feeling all romantic.
I guess we're asking the question, what's love got to do with it? I guess everything, right?
I think Jemima's really explored love in a beautifully open and unjudgmental way, and that's exciting, that's inspiring, and a new outlook on it, which I think people need in today's swipe, no, yes, no, you know.
I've always been quite romantic. I think this pushed me over the edge. Now I'm in breakdown mode, so...
Go and just go and make yourself happy.
To the occasionally dodgy DC cinematic universe, where the controversial new Flash movies had its first trailer. Following star Ezra Miller's multiple arrests, they needed some big guns to salvage this one. So not only Ben Affleck's back, but Michael Keaton's fished out his rubber jumpsuit from 1992.
You are? Yeah. I'm Batman.
What's the play? Batman, what do we do?
We try not to die.
Which is pretty much the plot of every Fast and Furious movie, since it stopped being about racing around for a laugh. The first trailer for Fast 10's arrived, and Jason Momoa's coming for the whole family. Who could have predicted that?
Winning used to be about winning. We raced for respect. Today, I raced to stop the bloodbath.
That's the problem with having such a big family.
How do you choose the ones you save?
Rock, paper, scissors. Can't say fairer than that. Next, we're gearing up with Richard E. Grant. The unapologetically enthusiastic leading man has been very excited about hosting this year's BAFTAs, where he promises to be on his best behaviour for his career's sake.
Traditionally, if you're a comedian, your role is very clear to roast the audience. Whereas I'm an actor, and, you know, even though I'm the vast vintage that I am now, I still want to work and collaborate with directors and actors and writers for the remainder of my breathing days. So roasting them is not really an option.
From awards contenders to the actual movies people go to watch these days, for better or worse. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 has a new trailer, which really saves you time from having to watch the first 2.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm Star-Lord. I formed the Guardians. Met a girl, fell in love. That girl died, but then she came back.
He left out some important information, but that is the gist of it.
But it's Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania up first, where Paul Rudd's set to take on the big baddie of Phase 5, Jonathan Majors' Kang the Conqueror.
What's it gonna be? Ant-Man.
I like it that, you know, Ant-Man was the one that gets to go up against Kang, who is arguably the, you know, biggest, baddest baddie of them all. Maybe even more so than Thanos. So it seemed like an interesting starting off point. Like, this is the guy that's going up against that guy. Well, we'll see how this goes.
I think it's safe to assume he loses. See you later.
British history is rich with tales of wealth and power. But what about the real people?
He's back with a new series.
History from the bottom up.
Tony Robinson's History of Britain, Tuesday at 9 on 5Select and My5.
Now be prepared for surgical procedures.
Shell sponsors your soft spot for animals on 5Select.
The world's most famous vet.
Got rid of.
Are you dreaming of a luxurious Yorkshire escape? Well, this could be just the thing. You and up to 7 loved ones could be heading for a 3-night getaway at Swinton Cottage on the Swinton Estate, bordering the Yorkshire Dales National Park. With access to 200 acres of parkland and gardens, including a wild swimming lake for the brave-hearted, access to the Swinton Country Club and Spa throughout your stay, and an afternoon tea for all 8 of you, this is a fantastic prize not to be missed. So for your chance to win a cottage retreat for 8 people and £1,000 spending money, text VET to 65555. Text costs £2 plus 1 message at standard network rate. Or post your name and phone number to VET2 PO Box 7557 Derby DE1 0NP. Lines close at midday on the date shown on screen and 3 working days later for postal entries. Rules, winners, privacy policy and customer care at channel5.com/win. Good luck.
Dive into new mysteries from the depths.
This is epic.
The Royal Navy's most infamous mutiny unraveled.
The mystery is over.
And Hitler's secret U-boat plan revealed.
I've never seen anything like that.
All new Drain the Oceans, Wednesday at 8 on 5Select and My5.
Now be prepared for surgical procedures.
Shell sponsors your soft spot for animals on 5Select.
Always keep away from children.
When you talk about uncovering a lost place, a lost city, this is it for me.
From the no-go areas of Detroit.
We're shooting at each other. Sounds like a civil war.
To the exclusion zones of Cyprus.
It's a case of human tragedy. It's quite sobering.
Lost Worlds with Ben Fogle. Starts Monday at 9 on 5Select and My5.
Now be prepared for challenging medical themes.
It's pretty clear you don't like me, Ed, but I've fallen for your daughter.
There's just something about him.
Jason Watkins stars in a brand new drama, The Catch. Watch the full series now on My5.
Now be prepared for challenging medical themes.
Sometimes you find yourself in an impossible situation.
I need my 25 grand. When dads don't get paid, people die.
Where you do the wrong thing, but for the right reason.
You can't rob a bank.
Who knows what you're capable of?
Desperate Measures starts Tuesday at 9 on Channel 5 and My5.
If you or someone you know has been affected by any of the issues raised in this programme, go to channel5.com/helplines for information and support.
Our British history is rich with tales of wealth and power. But what about the real people?
He's back with a new series.
History from the bottom up.
Tony Robinson's History of Britain, Tuesday at 9 on 5Select and My5.
You're watching 5Select.